Good morning, friends. I am Mujib Khan, Assistant Professor, Government First Aid College, Kanakapura. Today I am discussing paper 3.2 Soft Skills for Business for third semester of BBA, Bangalore University. And today I will be discussing Unit 1 Elements of Communication. In Elements of Communication, the first content is meaning of communication. Before going to the meaning of communication, I would just like to tell you that today communication is very important for each and every one of us. When we communicate in our workplace orally, when we communicate in our workplace through through writing, when we communicate through our kinesics, when we communicate through chronomics, when we communicate through body language, or when we communicate through any other non-verbal ways, it becomes important because each and every word or each and every gesture or expression that we use matters to the person with whom we are communicating. It could be verbal or non-verbal. But in an organization, the case is not so. It is so formal that from top to bottom or from bottom to top, in downward communication or upward communication, lateral or horizontal communication, sending of circulars, memos, notices, informations, or ordering some product, or purchasing of some product, complaining about the product, or asking for the discounts. For all these things, communication play a very important role. That too, in this competitive world, globalized world, where there is an internet revolution, where there is a complex structure of business, where public relations demands congenial relationship with the interested parties, where the human resources not only work in one country, but they work in other countries also. So communication becomes important not only in these areas. When we look into the communication process in one particular department, say for example, sales department, if the sales manager is asked to give the sales trend, he requires the information to be collected about sales. The same information need to be graphed, or it could be presented in the form of charts, bar diagrams, or any other method. But whenever a question is asked, the sales manager should be able to answer that particular question, provided if he or she has good communication. Not only giving the results of sales, but for selling the product also, communication is important. If a top level person want to communicate about the strategies, policies, vision, mission, rules and regulations of an organization to the middle and lower level workers, he need to follow the proper usage of words in proper manner at a proper time, so that everybody understands and there should not be any sort of misunderstanding, doubt or confusion about the communication made by the top level to the low level and mid level, or the communication made by the low level and middle level to the top level, or vice versa, about any issue or about any matter. Now, without wasting much time, let us move on to the conceptual framework of understanding communication. Meaning of communication. The English word communication has been derived from Latin word communis, which means common. Consequently, it implies that it is the common understanding through union of minds and hearts. Dear students, it is clear from this meaning that communication should be common. Communication should be common means what? There should be the union of minds and hearts. Both minds as well as hearts of the people with whom this communication is happening, both the parties to the communication should understand the concept, should understand the aspect in a similar way. One person is understanding in one manner, another person is thinking it another manner. It does not mean communication. Communication means union of minds and hearts. There should not be any confusion, doubt, or any sort of misunderstanding. In other words, communication means the exchange of ideas, opinions, information, emotions, etc. between two or more persons. Such a specific and very famous meaning of communication, it says that exchange, transfer of ideas. Ideas can be of launching a new product, ideas can be of producing a new product, ideas can be of any matter, anything. Opinions, exchange of opinions, exchange of information. It can be facts and figures, it can be information about person, it can be information about profit, it can be information about the human resources, it can be information about the material, raw material, work in progress or finished goods, it can be information about the financial statements, or it can be information about the annual general meeting between two or more persons. So here, where it is very clear from this meaning that to make communication happen, there should be more than one person. Between two or more persons means there should be more than one person. One should be the sender of the message or information, and the another one should be the receiver of the message or information. Here, the two-way communication process exists when the sender sends the information and receiver receives the information in the same manner, and response give feedback to the sender about understanding in any medium. It could be through writing, it could be orally, or it could be non-verbally. So, communication, it is very clear now that the exchange of ideas, exchange of opinions, exchange of information, exchange of emotions. Emotions here means what? Expression of happiness, expression of sadness, expression of what do you call a sort of joy, expression of spirit. It could be anything. Emotions can be expressed facially, emotions can be expressed through gestures and postures, emotions can be expressed through body language. Everything matters here. Everything matters. Need not be only verbal expression, it can be non-verbal expression as well. Therefore, the exchange of ideas, opinions, information, emotions, etc. between two or more persons is called communication. Dear students, in this aspect, we should make a note that communication not only exists between human beings, communication also exists between other creatures on this planet Earth. All of us might have observed dogs have a different style of communication, birds have a different style of communication, deer has a different style of communication that they understand. Similar creatures understand. Flies, reptiles, mammals. When you look into the other creatures on this planet Earth, they have their own way of communication, they have their own way of understanding and responding to the communication, and they try to achieve their goals through their communication process. So is the case with the social animal, human being. Therefore, when we want to bring about union of mind, when we want to bring about the union of hearts, when we want to eradicate misunderstanding, understanding matters, and when we want to bring understanding, we need to have proper communication skills, proper communication. Then only we can communicate and we can reach our target. Now, let us discuss about the definition of communication. Dear students, according to Professor Lewis A. Allen, communication is defined as the sum total of all the things that a person does when he wants to create an understanding in the minds of another. It involves a systematic and continuous process of telling, listening, and understanding. Dear students, the definition given by Lewis A. Allen gives more importance to three important aspects to make a particular conversation as communication. He says it involves a systematic and continuous. Systematic means step by step, and continuous means perpetual. It keeps on moving. It will not stop at one place. Of what? Telling means speaking, either orally or through body language. It is very important. Why I am stressing more on kinesics? Because non-verbal communication forms about 65% of communication every day the human beings use. Therefore, need not be oral, it could be kinesics. Listening means hearing. Hearing with purpose, hearing with attention. And understanding means perceiving. So, telling, speaking, listening, hearing with attention, understanding and responding. He says understanding, it means perceiving the message in the same manner as the sender of the message. So, these are the three important aspects according to Lewis A. Allen to call it as a communication process. Now let us discuss the definition given by D.E. McFarland. He defines communication as the process of meaningful interaction among human beings. More specifically, it is the process by which meanings are pursued and understanding is reached among human beings. Dear students, see, I have bolded few words here. you can concentrate on them and understand the meaning of communication and its concept given by McFarland. He says it is the process. Process means what? Step by step. Meaningful interaction. Action and reaction between two persons makes interaction. When I say good morning, the other person also says very good morning. Action and reaction. It makes interaction. And it is pursued, means understood, and reached to other person with whom communication is made. Then only it will become communication. When one person is speaking to some other person, communicator is communicating with the communicatee. Only communicator is orally speaking or through body language speaking, but there is no response from the other side. There is no response from the communicatee, either orally or through body language. You cannot call it as communication because there is absence of two or more persons in this aspect. So, and more importantly, understanding and reaching. In whatever way a person is communicating with the other person, in the same manner the other person should understand it. When I say, please bring a glass of water to the waiter in the hotel, the waiter should not ask me, you want water for washing the hands or water for drinking? That means there is a confusion between the communicator and the communicatee. The communicator should ask the question or should communicate in such a way that communicatee should easily understand. When I say good morning, the other person should not say good afternoon. The communicatee should also give response to me in the same manner. Then only it is understood. Otherwise, it is not pursued and it is not understood. Therefore, dear students, communication is inevitable. Communication is important. Communication is essential today, not only in business world, but in our daily life. We have already discussed why communication is important. Let us summarize this concept. Communication is essential for success and survival of the organization. Without communication, organization cannot exist. Effective communication is essential in the present era of globalization, internet revolution, complex business structure, human relations, public relations, etc. Here I would like to concentrate on few concepts here. Today, with the help of internet, electronic gadgets or LCD projectors, through teleconferencing or through webinars or through any other online source of communication, the use of internet in communication by multinational companies, global companies, or even the medium scale or small scale enterprises are also making use of internet for their presentations, conducting of online meeting, conducting of online interviews, online purchase and sale of products, finished products or raw materials, etc. It is important in this aspect. It is also important because company is not a single entity. It has got so many interested parties. When a company is incorporated and commences its business, it becomes public domain. It has so many interested parties. It could be the human resources who are working within the organization in home country or in other host countries, shareholders, stakeholders, bankers, insurance agencies, government, local authorities. All these people are very important for the smooth functioning of any organization, whether it is a large scale organization, medium scale organization, or a small scale organization. To develop congenial relationship among these different interested parties, the company or the officials who are into public relations need to have proper communication and proper usage of communication tools, proper usage of communication at proper time. When something needs to be communicated with the government, it should be in proper format. When something needs to be communicated with the shareholders, it should be in a specific format. Likewise, communication has become the most essential aspect of modern business today. Therefore, communication need not be only in English. When we communicate in English, it should be simple and lucid, should be understandable by others. When we are communicating other than English, that should also be lucid and simple, should be easily understandable by others. Today, apart from English being the international language, French language, Japanese language, Chinese language are becoming important. They are also being used in different business entities. Therefore, we should not have a wrong impression in our mind that communication skill means only English communication skill and no other skills. That is a wrong perception. Anyhow, I am winding up the class today. I have given you MCQ questions. Try to solve those questions, as well as I will be sending you the descriptive type questions and books for reference. If you have got any doubt, feel free to call me and get it clarified. I hope you have understood the meaning of communication, the definition of communication, and why communication is important today. So I am signing off now. In the next class, I will be discussing about the next concept. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye.